Welcome to the Tuesday edition of A Word of Encouragement. Glad you can be with us, and we're so thankful for the opportunity to share these few moments together. And I do want to be an encouragement today, thinking about Ephesians chapter 5, that wonderful chapter of practical admonition that gets down to being filled with the Spirit, how that we as believers are to live a transformed life, and we should be able by the power of God to see our churches, that's really the context of this epistle, see our churches go forward with real effectiveness. And right in the middle of chapter 5 is a verse that we're very familiar with, verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Now you think about it, this is really appropriate for our time. The days definitely are evil. We're hearing evil reports on about every front you can think of. We can hardly come to grips with the moral revolution, with a whole different view of what our government is all about. We are seeing churches evilly affected by all that is happening. And it's very easy for us to just feel like we're being taken down a river that's moving fast during flood time. But instead, we need to be, with the power of God, going the other direction to accomplish His purpose. And it says, redeem the time. Because the days are evil, we need to make the most of the time that God has given to us. Yes, we should look for God to come back, but we don't know if Christ is coming in our lifetime. It certainly looks like it, but the Apostle Paul thought Jesus was coming at any time. Things were very bad. In fact, they were so bad he was martyred. And so he thought that he was in the last days, and we certainly think that today. But we need to realize that this part of our eternal life is a very precious fraction of time. And we need to redeem, to buy back, to cause to be used properly the time that God has given to us. These are evil days, so much needs to be done to further the work of Christ, to encourage people in the truth, and to reach as many people with the gospel as possible. It's a time in which we've got to be awakened that we can't waste our time. We cannot just fritter away the moments that God has given to us. This is a serious day. And every one of us, if we would let God use us, we could see a mighty move of God across this country. You take the millions of believers that are true, genuine believers, and if they would take responsibility for their lives and make God priority and give everything to Him, we would see literally millions saved that would affect the entire atmosphere of this country. Redeeming the time. How do we plan to use today, tomorrow, this week? How serious are we about the time that God has given to us? Are we planning to reach people with the gospel? Are we planning to know God better? Are we planning to minister to believers and to disciple them? If not, then we need to take this admonition very seriously. And let me just tell you, it will encourage you. It will encourage you like nothing else to be part of God's work and to know that you are making a difference in this day. May God help us be really strong about our lives and about the time that God has given to us, and let's serve Him with all of our hearts.